Hi everyone. This video will cover the responsive iframe Watchdog admin page. Assuming that you've already installed the plugin, we're going to go straight to the admin page and get started. So if you go to Settings, Responsive iframe Watchdog, this is what you're going to see the first time you run it. Let me just briefly cover these different sections. Let's start with permissions. You can allow an editor role to embed, or allow an author role to embed, or not, by checking or unchecking these boxes. And under security, you can allow HTTP or not. By default, it requires HTTPS, which is a secure protocol. All right. And then there's also under security a list of trusted domains. When you first run it, it's going to be empty. Now at the bottom, the list of violations shows you the poster page ID, the title of the poster page, links to either preview it or edit it, the status of whether or not HTTP is being used when it's not allowed, the tag or short code that is being used for the embed. Now, in some cases, it might be an iframe, it might be an embed. See, there's an embed tag. It might be a standard iframe HTML tag. All right, let's start with the HTTP problem. I'm getting an error here saying that in the iframe embed, HTTP is being used, and because this checkbox is off, it shows up here as an error. So let's see if we can fix this one. Let me go into edit this post, and in here we have to find out where the URL is. There it is. So let's just add an S on there and update it. All right. Now if we go to preview it, it's going to give me an error saying that the domain now is not trusted. So let's just go back and get rid of the S and go back to HTTP. I want to show you, I forgot to show you what that looked like as far as in the preview. If I click on preview, now the preview obviously is what the visitor to your site is going to see. In this case, it's giving an error. It's not going to show the page at all. It's being blocked because of an insecure URL. And as we can see here, it's HTTP. So when I correct that, put the S back in there, update it, and go back in and preview. Now it's giving a different error. It's saying that livestream.com is not a trusted server. So if we come back to this screen, and let me refresh this page, we've taken care of the HTTP error, but in the same instance we have livestream.com is not trusted. So let's add that to the trusted list. And all of the livestream.coms in the list will disappear just by trusting it one time. It removes those, all occurrences of that. So now if I save this, and if we go back to the posts here, and I need to refresh this page, if we go into the test draft, and then we go to preview the changes here, Now the domain has been trusted and it's utilizing a secure protocol. So we get our embed is now complete and it's available for the public to view. So coming back to this screen again, if we go ahead and add all of these different domains as being trusted, and they all disappear, then obviously the list of violations will be zero. But I want to point out also that in order for something to show up here as a violation, it must be a publicly posted uh, page or post. If it's a draft or if it's private, it's not going to show up as an error here. So if you had a draft, for example, and you promoted it to be public, then it'll show up as an error here if there's a problem with it. So let me go ahead and trust all of these. I'm just going to click add to trusted list, and you can see over here that as I click on that button, they show up there. And multiple occurrences, for example, the cdmlivestream.com, if I add that, all three of these are going to disappear. And there it is, it's completed. So I'll just save that. So one more point is when you first run this after installing the plugin and you get all these violations at the bottom, it's all of your embeds throughout your entire site are going to be blocked from the public view with error messages. So it's important to go through this list and decide which domains you actually want to trust. And if you find one you don't want to trust, then you can go ahead and delete the post. So that covers the admin screen. Be sure to watch the remaining videos in this series that show you how to actually use the plugin from the editor perspective. Thanks for watching.